She asked, "Why don't you want me anymore?" I smiled, "Because you already gave what was mine to someone else." I was already awake when her message arrived. 3:17 a.m. A single line glowing on my phone like a quiet threat. "Can we talk?" The room was dark. Too quiet. The kind of silence that makes every thought echo louder than it should. She stood in the doorway minutes later, wrapped in my shirt like it still belonged to her. The light from the hall carved her face in half, one side familiar, the other a stranger I hadn't met yet. "You're distant," she said. Her voice practiced. Soft. Like this wasn't her first rehearsal. I didn't answer. I watched the way her fingers tightened around the hem of the fabric, a nervous habit she only had when lying. "Did I do something?" she asked. I almost laughed. Instead, I looked at her. Really looked. At the woman I trusted with my name, my body, my future. At the woman who had learned how to breathe in my rhythm, and then chose to breathe with someone else. "No," I said calmly. "You did everything." Her eyes searched my face, desperate for cracks. I gave her none. The first fracture didn't come from proof. It came from absence. Small things. Her phone always face down. Her laughter delayed, like it arrived from somewhere else before reaching me. The way she showered longer but touched me less. I told myself stories. Work stress. Fatigue. Time. But truth has a scent. And once you smell it, denial rots quickly. One night, she said a name in her sleep. Not mine. I didn't wake her. I didn't move. I just stared at the ceiling while something inside me quietly recalibrated. From lover to observer, from participant to investigator. I began listening instead of reacting, watching instead of asking. Her lies weren't dramatic. They were efficient, designed not to convince, but to exhaust. And I let them. I became methodical. I memorized patterns, tracked inconsistencies, not with obsession, but with discipline. I noticed the new password on her phone, the unexplained charges, the way she dressed differently for late meetings. I never confronted her, never flinched, because the moment you show suspicion, liars adapt. I waited. I requested records quietly, checked timelines against locations, compared messages to absences. Every confirmation landed like ice in my chest. Not pain, precision. At night, she slept peacefully beside me, her head on my shoulder, her heartbeat steady. I counted each beat like a countdown. She thought she was winning. That was the most insulting part. The proof arrived on a Tuesday. Unremarkable, clean, undeniable. I stared at the screen for a long time, not because I needed to understand it, but because I needed to feel nothing. And I succeeded. That evening, I poured her a drink, sat across from her, smiled. She talked about her day. I listened. When she finished, I slid the paper across the table. No explanation. No anger. Just evidence. Her face drained instantly. Hands trembling. Breath uneven. She didn't cry at first. She calculated. Then she collapsed. "I can explain," she whispered. "I know," I said. "That's why I don't need you to." She reached for me. I leaned back. Distance is louder than shouting. She begged, apologized, blamed timing, loneliness, confusion. I let her speak until her voice cracked. Then she asked the question she had been avoiding since the beginning. "Why don't you want me anymore?" That was the moment. The exact second everything reversed. I smiled, not out of cruelty, but clarity. "Because," I said softly, "you already gave what was mine to someone else." The silence that followed was complete. Total. Her face broke, not from loss, but from realization. She hadn't been caught. She had been studied. I didn't raise my voice, didn't insult her, didn't demand anything. I packed while she watched. Each folded shirt was a verdict. Each step toward the door, a sentence served. She cried harder when she realized there would be no forgiveness, no chaos, no fight to win, just an ending she couldn't rewrite. At the door, I turned once. "You didn't destroy me," I said. "You revealed yourself." I left her standing in the wreckage of her own choices. Now, the silence feels different. Not heavy. Not empty. Clean. I don't miss her. I miss the version of myself who believed without needing proof. But he's gone. And I'm fine with that. Some betrayals don't break you. They sharpen you. And once you've seen the truth clearly, you never look back.